add 2 different individuals. We're gonna add mixed martial arts into it. We're gonna add camera movement, camera jitters, cameras following, and it's just gonna bring the scene hopefully to life. What if I told you that I'm doing all this by myself in the woods to prepare for my next scene? If you don't like what you're doing enough to be doing crazy shit like this, why are you doing it? Right? Alright guys, I'm gonna switch to the office and I'll explain what's happening right now. What's up YouTube? Welcome to another day and another video. So before we start this video, don't forget to smash the subscribe button, turn your post notifications on, and of course like this video. So to answer your question on why I was flipping around randomly by myself in the woods, I have to tell you about a project that I'm working on right now. So I'm currently working on a quick scene solely of my own choosing, not really a project for someone else other than myself. I'm calling it The Chase. It's just gonna be a quick little action scene. I currently have the help of 2 friends of mine that are actually mixed martial artists that train at the same gym that I train at. So we've worked on some choreography as of late. I'm really happy with the direction we're going in so far. I'm looking to film it next week. And that basically is the reason why I was flipping around in the woods by myself. I was scouting out the location that I was gonna shoot. Yeah, right? Very unnatural. Now, before I get all the critics in the comments saying that didn't look that great, the purpose of that was not for it to look that great, because at the end of the day, I'm not behind the camera, not really. So hopefully in the next, or not even the next, but hopefully for the actual scene, I'm gonna be behind the camera, full motion, getting the angles that I want directly, because at the end of the day, that entire intro montage was done solely by myself, just working with my basic tripods, my monopod, my Joby basically, just little things, and just using little angles just to try and create some dimension in some of my shots. Yes, it was not amazing, I will admit that, but my purpose wasn't to shoot great stuff. It was basically to make sure that the location that I have will work for the vision that I have in my brain. Right up here. Dead. Yeah, that's water. That's not spit. It's from my hair. Let's continue. See, most people you know as creators will use something called a storyboard. If you don't know what a storyboard is, basically a storyboard is a compilation of photos that help the creator or the director of a scene or a project envision, like physically envision what their idea is going to be. So they're looking at camera angles, at lighting, at location, where they want to place their individuals. So I was doing that, but as usual, you guys can probably tell by now, I'm very far from normal. I try things differently. I'm just a physical worker. So I figured, why would I put my crew, as what we'll call them for now, even though they're just some friends, why would I put my crew through a scene or through a location where I'm hoping they can do some extra movements that I haven't tested out for myself for it to be safe. So I went to a location that I had in mind, that I picked, and I went to basically scout out the land. I made sure if an individual fell in a certain way, it would be still safe. The ground was leveled in areas that I needed it to. There weren't too much debris. There wasn't too much different obstacles that I felt that they couldn't overcome. Because if I went there and overcame them myself, I felt it might give a little bit more of an insight of what we could and could not do for our scene, which is extremely important. It was about feeling for the location. And I can truly say the location that I picked is where I will be shooting what I want, because it just really worked out. As you can tell, I mean, I was being chased by myself, but add 2 different individuals. We're gonna add mixed martial arts into it. We're gonna add camera movement, camera jitters, cameras following, and it's just gonna bring the scene hopefully to life. So in the realm of what we're talking about, I cannot stress this enough, and that is, as a content creator, you should always be true to yourself, and you should find ways that you can be different. You can bring different aspects to anything that you do. In my case, I'm physical. I'd rather touch, I'd rather feel, I'd rather see with my own eyes than look at inspirations online. While some creators will do that. They'll go through Google and they'll have an idea of where they want to film, so they'll look up different shots of the woods, for example, of just random woods, and then they'll place themselves there through that. But I'd rather be there physically to understand everything that's around me and the shots that I'm gonna get. So as a creator, you need to find a way to make your content different, your content feel different. And if that requires you to add more of your physical sense or your physical being into your work, then you should do that. Going there and seeing, flipping myself, falling, doing things, dragging myself, although it was a mess, and although some people that were walking through the path were like, what's going on here, what's going on? Although that was the case, it still helped me understand what I can and can't do with my scene. So it's a really short video. Honestly, there's not really much to say. I got a feel for the place, really even land. I'm hoping to film next week, like I said before. If not that, then the week before, but I have been working on choreography. Been lucky enough to have a studio space to actually work in. So we've been working a lot of choreography. I've done a lot of planning for the choreography, and I'm hoping that it translates really well on camera. So if you guys are wondering where I'm at or where I have been, it's doing that as well as some other things. I just had a lot of projects kind of working on like behind the scenes that I'm hoping will help push me a little bit further. So sometimes it requires me to step away from this just for like a split second, but I want you guys to know that I'm still actually working on this. This is still cinematography. It's just when I'm not here, let's say for a week, it's because I'm literally editing something for someone that's gonna help push my name just a little bit farther and help grow our channel a little bit, further and further. And again, I want to thank everybody for the support that I've gotten so far. You guys are extremely awesome. One of our videos actually just hit like 1.3K, which is crazy. That's awesome as hell, man. Now we just need to push every other video to hit those kind of numbers. That's dope. It feels really nice to see that kind of stuff. It means that people are actually tuning in and people are watching. So we are making movements. Guys, I can't stretch this enough. Hop on the train before it leaves the station. Smash the subscribe button, be part of the crew. You wanna be the guy that was like, yo, I was there from the start, and I checked that. Like, I thought he was dope. So let's grow together as a group. Yeah, guys, I think that's the end of the video. I'll see you guys hopefully next week with something that I hope you guys like. So for now, all I can say is adventure more, worry less, life is too short, and I'm out.